The definition of war as recorded by the Ancient History Encyclopedia comes from the Old High German language word wehren, meaning to cause confusion or to confuse, and through the Old English were, meaning the same, and can be thought of as a state of open and usually declared armed conflict between political entities such as sovereign states or between rival political or social factions within the same state. War has been an unfortunate part of human civilization, even in the Neolithic period, our earliest recorded history. While many of our early civilizations had large amounts of land between settlements and territory, the need for expansion and growth inevitably led to borders expanding over other civilizations. Having warriors is a necessity in any society. Constant watch for possible military action, as well as expansion through military means, has always been within human interaction. Three factors were necessary for a successful army. The key to any successful military are soldiers. Assyrian armies mainly contained two types of infantry: shock troopers, which led a vanguard against the enemy forces to break their lines of defense, and peltas, who were mobile and moved in loose formations to fire projectiles at their enemies. A well-trained army with a variety of units for different tasks means a higher probability of victory, as well as having sheer numbers. Other factors also come into play, such as equipment and leadership. What technology came into existence in early Mesopotamia? The Neolithic period saw the introduction of the composite bow made by the Egyptians. The Assyrians were the first society to use iron to forge weapons and armor, such as shields and helmets, which were stronger than the more commonly used bronze. Full iron armor, however, was reserved for generals and officers in the Assyrian army. How did strategy take effect on warfare? Rather than taking the brutest approach of charging the enemy en masse, the use of formations played a key role in the ancient battlefield, including in modern day. While a line of spear and shields served well against a cavalry charge, a loose formation of ranged units made a target difficult to hit at a distance, while also scattering projectiles across a large force of footmen. The Battle of Megiddo is one of the earliest recorded battles in history, a conflict between the ancient Egyptians and Canaanite, led by King Kadesh. It is regarded as the first battle accepted under reliable detail, based off the Egyptian recordings found in the Temple of Amun-Re. Megiddo is also the first recorded use of the composite bow, as well as the first recorded body count. Megiddo was a rather fortified position, but also an important trade route from Mesopotamia. It was of great importance that the wealth brought from the city, as well as its military significance as a fortress, were both key to Thutmose III's campaign. It was a territory he needed to establish dominance over the region, and its elevated position and difficult surroundings would make it difficult to claim. It is believed that Thutmose III, the ruler of Egypt at the time, marched against the Canaanites in an attempt to claim the land of rebellious states, leaving on April 19, 1479 BC, to attack Megiddo. His force consisted of anywhere between 10,000 to 20,000 troops, while the Canaanites had no more than 10,000. While also having the advantage of numbers and technology, Thutmose also had a strategic mind. It eventually pushed the Canaanites back into Megiddo by outflanking them with various forces of shock troopers supported by composite bowmen, which led to the siege of Megiddo and securing the pharaoh's foothold into the Fertile Crescent.